Hello everybody, welcome back to the Fan League YouTube channel. Bloody right. Me and Flav are here. There are no Premier League games this week.
No.
But there are international games as we are getting closer to the World Cup in Russia. Football fans around the world are going to wait to get to Russia. Hordes of them running to Russia to go to the World Cup. It's going to be great. Are you mad?
Work, you might have to.
Might have to go there.
It'll be an experience.
England will definitely be going there. Yeah. And sometimes there's optimism with England, sometimes there's a lot of pessimism with England. But who are the key men for England?
There's always going to be a key man.
And there's always going to be a scapegoat, which we all know is going to be Dele Alli.
Yeah, he's set up like England-esque. Beckham-esque.
Good to go, Dele.
Yeah.
He'll be the fourth.
Do you know what? He will love it.
Do you think?
Yeah, it'll make him.
He's better for it.
Yeah.
And he'll probably miss the fourth penalty, I reckon. Dele will miss the fourth penalty.
No, he'll get sent off.
Oh, right,
horror challenge
for a stamp or something.
Yeah, something like
that. But who's going to be the key men for England if they're going to do something in this tournament? I've picked one, Flav's picked one, and we're going to discuss them right now. Who's the main man for you for England?
Right. I mean, Harry Kane, obviously, but you know, if we've got to do anything, he's got to be scoring. But I'm not going to say Harry Kane because we saw in the last World Cup that, you know, if the service isn't there, a woeful time. Yeah. Service isn't there, there's not much he can do, and he didn't play well.
That's because he was taking the crosses.
Still can't get around that. They're weird. I think Jack Wilshere is the key. A fit Wilshere at the top of his game is the exact player that England need to transition from defence through that midfield to attack. I think he's an excellent footballer, and I'm taking my Spurs hat off for this, because if we've got to go anywhere, you need players like him who can retain possession, can pull defences out of shape, and we haven't got a midfielder like him. You know, he's the only one really that can do it. We've got very static Eric Dyer, static Henderson.
So do you think he'll start?
If he's fit, he should start 100%. He's our best midfielder.
He hasn't played since the Iceland game, Euro 2016. Wasn't in the squad earlier in the season. Southgate was saying he needed to play games. Since then, he's played 21 games, and importantly, he's played all of the game for 17 of those games. Yeah, and that's huge, isn't it? That's what we've been waiting for with him. Is he going to be that player who just cannot get fit? Yeah. But he is, and he's playing well. He
has played very well in a very difficult season for Arsenal. He's been one of their kind of shining lights, I think. Yeah.
And you're right. The midfield for England lacks a lot of creativity.
We can't carry the ball. You know, the Henderson and Dyer have their strengths, but they're not ball carriers, and they have to. The only way they get the ball forward is through distribution. They don't run with it. So while that's good because both players can pass, you need to be a bit more dynamic. And Wilshere does offer that. You know, I hope he's fit for England. We could do a lot with him in that team.
That's what scares me about this whole thing, is that someone's going to get injured. Happens at every single tournament. Someone's going to get something. Hopefully it's the Harry Kane. That's it. You tick the box now, and it's gone and done with, and then we do something. I am going to go with Harry Kane because I think it's undeniable that this squad is not as good as the Spain squad, as the Germany squad, as the Argentina defence is poor, but going forward they've got unbelievable players. The Brazil squad for sure, but you can still win games and not be the best team. We see it week in, week out in the Premier League, and with England, for us to do that, he needs to kind of catch fire, which he can easily do. He's done that for the last 3 seasons. Yeah, and we need someone who's going to be able to take the chance when they get it, and that's why he is. I just feel like he is everything for England. He's that's what's devastating about this injury, and how much it's going to affect him, because you wanted him to finish the season like he did last season. Remember the amount of goals he scored in the last week and a half of last season? Yeah, he scored 4 against.
He scored 7 in his last 2 games.
That's it. We need everyone firing for it to work.
Well, he will get games before the end of the season, and he'll be match fit for the World Cup, so that won't be a problem. The problem is will Southgate be able to get the most out of him, because although he is an incredible footballer, he does require service. If he spends too long out of the game, he drops, and it has a tendency to demand the ball in positions where perhaps he isn't the most damaging. Although we've seen his distribution this year is excellent as well. It's whether or not, you know, does he keep him as a proper number 9, where he has to turn the shoulder of the defender, and that's his job, and then you don't get the best out of him there. At Spurs, he kind of drops deep and gets involved, but you know he has a role that works in a system that he's used to and with the players.
And in a dominant team. So I think you'll see both sides of Harry Kane, actually, because I think once it gets to the later rounds, he will be playing against teams where we won't have the ball as much. But in those initial games, we should be dominating those games, so he can play that way.
I mean, as you know, if I was Harry Kane, I'd want to grab this tournament by the scruff of its neck. And I don't just mean by scoring goals, because that can or can't happen depending on how the ball falls for you. But I mean, get involved, you know, look for the ball. If you have to drop deep to get it, then do so. But become a prominent part of the performance.
Captain's
don't let it pass you by, because that's what happened last time. I don't know if it was his fault, if you're just out of form. And
maybe it's just a bit too early for him as well.
You know, and in some games, like the Russia game, we actually played really well.
Yeah,
we didn't deserve to draw that game. And Harry Kane didn't have a good game in that. So, look, he's a better player than he was 2 years ago. I'm sure against pony opposition like Panama.
Ponymar,
nice. He should have a field day. You know, they won't be able to cope with him. But it remains to be seen. England has always been an odd experience for a lot of players. John Barnes never did it.
Yeah,
but did incredible work at Liverpool. You know, let's hope that Harry Kane can turn it on for England in the World Cup.
Okay, so those are the two key men that we think are going to be crucial for England in the World Cup in Russia. Who have we missed out, and who's going to be the scapegoat for England? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the Fan League YouTube channel, and we'll see you very soon.